Hello, everybody. This is episode 7 of the Many Worlds Tavern podcast. Today, I'm with the gang. We are just fresh off of Gen Con 2022. What's up, Andrew?
Oh, hey. I'm here. I went to Gen Con.
And hello. Go ahead.
That was the end of my introduction. So it was good that you cut me off.
And hello, Catherine.
Hi.
I guess just here to share what we did, what we played, who we met. Super fun, but I'm also very super tired.
Yeah.
Lots of walking.
Yeah.
We did not get a very close hotel this time. We had an Airbnb. So
It was a really good area,
It was
though.
better.
it was a very nice area for sure.
There was
and-
good coffee and good food. And
Yeah.
that's my priority when I travel.
We did pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you did.
I'll
So you
take
found
credit.
Yeah.
I'll take credit.
Yeah.
So you guys got there a couple days early to set up the case. We had a little display case, no booth this year, but we had a case, and then we also had a giveaway collaboration thing with Keymaster Games. They released a new expansion to their flagship product, Parks. So they had lots of people come in and buying stuff from their booth, and they were giving out coffee with each purchase. And I realized that on each podcast episode, we should probably have coffee brewed. I think it's just important maybe that we do that now from now on. This is the Rwandan coffee that we got from
Calvin
Fletcher Coffee Shop.
Ah,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
smell it.
We went Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. One of the days. And we're talking with he was the roaster, Jeff. He was really nice.
Shout
Chatted
out
about
Jeff.
Coffee. He lived in Houston for a year. We talked about Houston.
It was one of those small world interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Really awesome coffee. Good people.
Yeah, we're next to
In
two
walking
awesome.
distance.
Yeah, Calvin Fletcher, and then also the other one was called Amberson.
Amberson Coffee and Grocery.
Yeah.
They had a little specialty grocer on the side, and yeah, both very, very good.
Yeah,
coffee.
and then one of the baristas at Amberson was a drum corps marcher, and I was like, oh, I know what that is. I was in band.
Just been talking about it the night before.
Yeah, because Indianapolis is where like drum corps finals happen, and I was like, oh my god, I know what you're doing. So, small world all around.
Yeah.
Lots of great food. Had amazing Mexican food twice in a row.
Yeah, I was.
That cat was a bit
I was
suspicious
hesitant.
of. Understandably.
I'm glad that I was proven wrong, though. We walked in, and I was like, oh, I trust them. Never mind.
Yeah. That was good.
Though, to be fair, I think I was also, not that I thought it was going to be bad, but coming from Houston, it kind of felt like
Yeah.
not the choice that I would have made, but
Yeah.
it did end up
Well, it's
being
one of
good.
those things I feel like when you leave Houston, it's one of the last things you want to eat in other cities. Just
Yeah.
because, not that you immediately assume it's going to be bad in other cities. It's just we have so much of it here and it's so available. It just feels.
I've been burned in other cities, though.
Oh, I wasn't going to go there, but I've definitely had bad Mexican food after leaving town as well.
Yeah, I have been very, very burned from states or cities that I thought were going to be pretty good, and I was severely disappointed. Betrayed, even.
Betrayed. Cool. So yeah, area was very cool. But yeah, tired from lots of walking. Case setup. I think we discussed it, but I think we had the coolest case.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool.
I was happy
I'll
with
be
how
confident
it turned
with-
out. I don't know if it convinced anybody to buy coffee, but but it looked good.
It was a good conversation starter. It was very fun to walk by people standing around it
Yeah.
and then just tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, do you
That's
guys want
us.
coffee? And the one guy that I was talking to, he's like, you're a coffee fairy. And it's like, yep, goodbye.
Yeah, definitely the feedback, or at least the fantasy I created in my head based on the feedback we received, is that we probably need to have a booth and sell coffee next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also, we got a couple compliments as we were setting up on the tree that you painted.
We had a little setup for the
Tree
miniatures.
that,
Yeah, for like the Isabel story.
yeah.
And that was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny. A couple guys just came up and were like, "It's a really nice tree." And I'm like, "Thanks. We sell coffee too." But
Or like
I couldn't even take credit for the tree. Really,
Yeah.
like I did.
That's why I was like, oh well, he painted it.
Yeah, I painted it. We don't sell the tree. It's from Lost Adventure. I didn't even get that far in the conversation and tell them where the tree came from.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and then there was people who stopped and they were like, "Tell me that you sell those cat pins."
we do.
We do.
We do have cat pins.
I gave a couple of little kids that were staring at the case some stickers.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of my weekend, giving children stickers. That was exciting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all's first Gen Con and my second one, but the one I went to was last year, which I think was supposed to be 60% capacity.
So first
So
full one back.
first full one. I think the biggest like eye opener for me was when we walked into the stadium the first day I was there, because that was wild. That wasn't there the first year I went, and they just let you onto the Colts field.
Yeah.
And you just play board games on the field. And that was crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
And I think we were walking around like, where's the security? But
Yeah.
We definitely had full access to everything. Like I could have gotten in some of the cars that were on display and like nobody would have stopped me.
It was, yeah, because I've been on NFL like fields before because I marched in college. But like, it was always like, you have to do this, you have to do this. Everyone's getting like patted down and going through security. And like, we literally just walked onto an NFL football field. And I was like, this is kind of wild.
pretty wild. We got to meet on the field. We got to meet Monique and Naveen from Before You Play.
That was
We got
really
to
exciting.
meet the Table Knots team.
All
so
very nice.
That was like a cool. I think those are the first creators that I met at the con. It's like, oh, it's happening. Gen Con is here. So
Gen Con is here.
We kept running into table knots. It's
yeah.
going in and out of the
Yeah,
exhibition
yeah.
hall or like going up and down stairs.
I ran into them enough times that the last time I saw them, I didn't even stop to say hi.
Yeah.
It's like,
But they were really nice.
he walked by and I was like, oh, there he goes
Yeah.
again. I keep waiting to meet somebody in the little board game content creator community that's actually awful. Because everyone's so nice. I'm like, there's got to be someone out there who's just pretending and they're actually an awful person, but
yeah.
I haven't found them yet.
Yeah, we got to meet a lot, just walking around, but also we did have a little party with the Keymaster folks
Yes.
at a very cool arcade bar called Tappers.
Which is also a very good name. I don't think we talked about that.
It is a good name.
That's a funny name for an arcade bar.
With
It's pretty
pinball.
good.
Well, it's got pinball and lots of taps, and it's just well thought.
Tapping and they actually have the Tapper's cabinet there,
That's true.
which I will admit, I don't think I realized was an actual historical arcade when the Wreck-It Ralph movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't
go.
sure which ones. I thought maybe it was one they had made up. It is real.
There's also like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the like menu on the back of their bar was like 8-bit
Oh,
like
yeah.
font.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cute too. And I was like, I really appreciate this.
That was cute. So we got to meet a lot of cool people at that party. We met Tim Chuan and Sam from Lord of the Board.
Very fun.
We got to see Danny Lowe, who's with Hachette Games, the marketing person there, and
Chris with Charity Board Games.
the charity board gamer. Yeah, that's where we met
He
Chris.
was really lovely.
Very lovely, and we got to meet him later on as well at another event. Saw Paula Deming and Becca Scott, Andrew saw Becca, and Ruel.
He
A
was
lot of
really
people that I was
nice.
just like checking off, like, oh yeah, get to meet all these people that I wanted to talk to for a long time. So
Yeah. Met game designer Kathleen, who stole Catherine's cat pin.
Yes.
that's a good story. You got to explain that one.
There's really not a whole lot of story. She was talking to Jen, and it was kind of like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Andrew, and then it was basically like, can I have your cat pen? And I was like, well, yes.
But it
It
wasn't
took a little bit of
pen.
ribbing. It was not my pen. I had
It
borrowed
was
it.
my pen.
Borrowed it from Catherine
it
just
was
for my
actually-
shirt for the night.
It was actually the first pin that you guys had ever given me when me and my friends were here during Christmas running a one shot. So it was like
before
the
you
first.
were even an employee.
It was like the first Many Worlds thing I ever got.
Yeah.
I think I had that before I had like a
Now it's
Boomtown
gone.
apron.
It's gone.
Kathleen, if you're watching, just know
There's sentiments.
I'm glad you
how
have
much
it.
value was attached to that pen.
I hope you cherish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very cool bar. Got to talk pinball with Jen, who is the keymaster, our main keymaster contact, who is also a crazy pinball nerd.
I totally would have pegged her as a pinball nerd before we got
I think
there.
it's a new thing. But then she just went all in. Like she went to a pinball convention. I
Yeah,
think,
you told me
last year.
about that. Like that.
So she's.
I want to
in.
know so much about pinball.
She's
I can
in.
enjoy a pinball
Yeah.
convention. That sounds
Yeah.
fun.
We got to hang out also with Corey, who writes these. He's got a blog. We'll put in the link in the description, where he teaches board games.
He teaches
In a
people how to
more-
teach.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
So him and Chris from the Charity Board Gamer, we played some NBA Jam.
You played Killer Queen.
Killer Queen, which is a very cool. Did you check out the Killer Queen cabinet at all?
I checked out the cabinet. I did not play.
It is
I
like-
watched people playing it.
And I
loved
think
was
it.
fun.
I think it is like a modern hobby now. It's like 5-on-5. It's got rolls. You have like 4 B
worker
B
bees,
rolls, and then there's one
A
queen.
bee.
And it's 5-on-5, and then you each have your own screen. Anyways, it's just a really cool
Yeah. Shout out
like
to
modern
the-
arcade game.
The guys that played in like their little arcade league every week that were there and taught us
Yeah.
how to play it because I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, we got
That's what-
guru'd in. We like poked at the joystick, and then these people just appeared. It's like, have you ever played before?
Yeah.
Our league needs to grow.
The guy on our side was
we
like,
convince
this
you?
is how you do this. This is how you do this. You
Yeah.
can win in this, or what. And I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I also was not prepared for it to be that complicated. I
Yeah.
thought, but
I was
it
like,
wasn't.
oh, bees.
Yeah, yeah. It was very cool. Catherine repeatedly told us that she'd never played NBA Jam as she was destroying us. So
It was a very exciting moment for me because
that
I'm
was-
not the person that picks up games very easily.
That was one I never played in a cabinet, but I played on my Genesis all the
Yeah.
time.
yeah, that's
Yeah, and plus
a
I had
classic.
2 older brothers that like are not interested in sports in any capacity.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
unless it was like Mario Strikers. We didn't have any sports games.
NBA Jam is a similar
It was one, yeah.
tone.
It
as
was
Mario
actually,
Strikers.
I feel like it was kind of
It was kind of ridiculous
it's
the
kind
same
of
way.
a video game trope back then. I feel like there were a lot of kind of fantasy sci-fi sports games that were
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. I feel like I fulfilled something in me that I didn't know I needed to fulfill.
There you go.
there you go.
I had a lot of fun.
That's good. Okay, so that's Tappers. What are some cool games that you guys played at the con? Walked the exhibit hall. I was surprised, even though I thought I had walked it completely by the second day. On Sunday, I was walking around. I was like, oh, I missed this. I missed this.
We spent,
So
I don't know how many laps we did, but I think I found something new every time.
yeah,
Because on Wednesday, before you got there, I think we spent like 5 or 6 hours in the exhibition hall.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And then we went back with you and already found things that we hadn't seen.
yeah,
And then it kept happening every day.
yeah.
Cat's really good at like walking while looking at her phone. So I was trying to like keep. There were a couple times I was like, "Cat, stop!" And I'll introduce this, and Cat can ramble on about it. But we found this game called Fit to Print that was like a kind of fantasy-ish, like animals that are releasing a newspaper.
It was so
Super fun.
cute. I think it might be the game I'm most excited about that we didn't get to play because
Yeah, we just saw a demo.
it's coming to Kickstarter
Yeah.
soon, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, I worked in a newsroom in college, so I was very excited. And like every little desk that you get has like a different design on it, whether you're like on the like news or photo or design. And I was like, that's already, you have me hooked. That's super cute. And then they have like little tiles that you can like fit in your little outline of what your newspaper is going to be. And like they had like 100 individual unique tiles, and I was like, that's crazy. And as somebody who was a photographer in college, I never helped with print days because they were awful. But I can appreciate like the gamifying of something that's not enjoyable, but like speaks to people who like have journalism backgrounds. So it was super cute, and the art was adorable.
I have no journalism background, and I was so excited about it.
Yeah. It was really cute, and it looks like super like I really enjoy games where like you're playing against yourself and then you compare scores.
Yeah.
So right up my alley.
Definitely, it's tile laying is what it comes down to. But yeah, you have your own board, so you're not really competing directly against anybody.
Yeah.
Just sharing a tile pool. So it was very cool. Yeah.
It was super cute.
What else? What else was on your list?
You picked up Tea Time Adventures.
That was our first purchase.
We got very excited. Well, I got excited because I saw the dice. Andrew immediately was like,
Oh wait, there's cool
"Can
dice.
I buy
in there,
one?"
or-
What dice? Kat already took them.
I did.
Oh,
Sorry.
They were filled with actual tea.
I didn't take them. Andrew gave
Oh,
them to
actual
me.
tea.
I gifted them to her. I told her I'd never seen them.
that's very cool.
But
Yeah,
Tea
it's
Time
really pretty.
Adventures was kind of this rules light, I guess combat light role playing
Yeah.
game,
They're called cozy RPGs.
and it's a cozy RPG. But it was just kind of super on brand for us. It was very cute. There's tea all over the lore of this RPG. We have tea coming out soon, so we thought it'd be kind of fun to like get in the world of a tea time RPG. They even have recipes for like tea cakes and stuff like in the book. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah.
My favorite stat is bustle.
Bustle's good. Yeah. They kind of have a cozy equivalent for every D&D stat, and bustle, takes the place of strength. It's pretty good.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
And from what we were reading, it's like a pie goes missing, so you have to figure out who took, like, where the pie went, kind of thing.
It is.
And it's just
like,
so cute.
oozing with cuteness.
Yeah.
So
And,
I'm excited to maybe play a couple of things.
I think
Rounds
you
of
might
that.
end up GMing this thing, Kat.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I didn't play nearly as much as the first year, but I really wanted to pick up Cat in the Box. Cat in the Box,
We played Cat in the Box.
which
I did
saw
not play.
the,
They played.
the Brothers Murph guys, they posted a TikTok today, and they were holding this up and Scout, and then
Yeah.
it was like, did you buy one of these games at Gen Con? And then it was just like this gif of like, sheep, sheep. And then he was like, oh, we bought it too. But yeah, trick-taking game. But it is a quantum trick-taking game. It's themed a little bit around Schrodinger's cat, which, if you
Very
didn't know,
on-brand
is a bit of a nod for the Many Worlds cat as well. Very cool. Didn't I tell you that we got a rule wrong?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, big
If you win
rule.
the trick, then you're supposed to
If you win the
lead,
trick, you're supposed to
which is
lead.
basically every trick taking.
Yeah, I thought it was different in this game. Clearly, it wasn't. Because there's this thing where if you play off suit, you lose the ability to play that suit later. But it felt like anybody who did that first was going to lose all their suits. But
I won. Like I felt like the rules were really great.
it was bad because you and we were playing with Ryan and Kathleen, who I met last year at Gen Con.
Also very nice.
Very
Got to meet
nice.
them.
Super cool that I have con friends now.
I saw that
thought
they
that's
just bought
weird.
coffee yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah,
It was
thanks,
also
guys.
Kathleen looked at me and she's like, "Do you go by Cat?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I also go by Cat." And I was like, "Oh, fun!" And our names are very similar.
But Andrew and Kathleen had like 15 points and 16 points. And me and Ryan had, I think Ryan had 0 points and I had like -2. So
Well, that's what you get for getting the rules wrong.
that's what I get. That's what I get.
That's how I felt playing Namiji, right? That
Namiji. Yeah.
that one that we played while waiting to meet up with Gnarly Carly,
Yeah.
who was also really lovely.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I liked the game because it was really fun or if I liked the game because I won. But it was exciting to win.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun rapping with the demo guy. And he like cursed
demo
in the
guy
middle of
was
it.
sweet.
And he was like, sorry, what the heck? And I was like, it's just really funny.
But the art was really beautiful too in
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah. That game is really similar to Tokaido, which I have a copy of. I'll probably bring it by. It's got that same thing where you can go as far as you want, but the next player that's up is the person that's farthest back. So if you go slow, you have more turns. Yeah, that was a very fun
It was a good demo.
demo for sure.
Yeah.
And we just walked up to it, and the guy just called us in. The other big demo that I signed up for was for Astronites, which is the sequel-ish thing to Aeon's End, which is the game that my group plays the most lately. But it's kind of like simplified and easier to get to the table. But it's fun. But we got wrecked.
When does it come out? Because we kickstarted it.
I think a few months still.
Okay.
But yeah, the Kickstarter coming soon. Excited. We'll probably film some of that. Yeah. And Scout, you guys got a lot of stuff from Oink.
Oink.
Yeah, I
Oink.
shout out to my cousins. I'm a big Oink fan, and I didn't even realize. Actually, because we play Deep Sea Adventures with my family all the time. It's a huge popular one in my family. And the first time I came here, I saw a fake artist goes to New York, and I was like, that looks like the same artist. Lo and behold, it was.
This is actually like bigger than their usual.
Yeah.
It's their target size, I think.
And then we also have, I think, another one over there.
Insider.
Yeah.
Which we haven't played yet, but it sounded like a fun little party game.
But my cousins have been looking for Scout, and it's been difficult to get online. So they were like, hey, you're going to be at Gen Con. Can you go buy the Oink table? And I was like, absolutely. So we got one copy for my cousin, and then we played that. And then I decided I'm keeping this copy, and I will go buy them another one.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Town 66 is cute. It's definitely like a filler game. It went really fast.
I liked it. I thought the colors were really pretty.
Yeah. It's like a little bit of Sudoku plus Sudoku. I don't know how else to
It's like competitive
It's
Sudoku.
tile laying Sudoku, yeah.
But it was fun. I enjoy really clean, really pretty art.
Yeah.
So that was a good one.
Anything else from the expo hall? No.
I
There's
feel
a-
like I saw a lot of RPGs that
Yeah.
were not Dungeons and Dragons that I kind of. There's one called Emberwind. I felt bad for him because I think all of his stuff was like stuck on a train coming from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the one. It was Game Master optional.
Which you said you've been looking for.
I've been looking for a
something, right?
Game Master optional because I would love to like play an RPG and not have to Game
Oh,
Master.
because you've DM'd for your group.
Yeah,
For,
for 25
ever.
years. But also, I mean, it sounded like there was some other really cool mechanics, like the monsters. Their stats change as you play, so they kind of learn and
Right.
become harder. So you have to keep adapting to how they adapt to you, which sounded very cool. The other one, Wild Sea, was sharing a booth with a graphic novel duo. Kat ended up with his graphic novel.
Yeah,
Rachel
Glow.
was the writer. But they had a RPG they were selling called Wild Sea, which was also very pretty.
I was immediately drawn to it, flipping through it, because like none of the playable races were white. Everybody was like brown or colorful. And I was like, I love it when like fantasy is like ridiculous and like reflects really interesting, like really cool designs. And I was like, all right, I'm already interested. I'm already
Yeah.
going to give you money.
Okay.
I saw that take in when the Boba Fett show started, and it's like there's a galaxy full of aliens, and we're back on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have like endless imagination to do whatever you
Yeah.
want. Like you just keep making like elves.
Yeah.
Like
But
high elves are cool. But like
We've seen them a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
I think they did a very good job of like describing the world in like one sentence. And I don't remember all the words, but it was kind of like an optimistic, post-apocalyptic, like
techno.
tech.
Something. He said techno
It was basically
something,
like-
and I was already like, I want
It was like post-fall, but nature had taken over, and it was like solar punk. So there was like, they used the sun's energy for a lot, and it just sounded very optimistic and not
sounded
dark
super
at
cool.
all. And we have not given either of these people money yet, but I probably will.
But
Yeah. It
they're
was
on
also
the radar
hard.
now. It's
Like-
only a matter of time.
There were things that I was like, I want to give you money right now, but also
Yeah, I think for
We
the
have
RPGs,
suitcases.
it was really just kind of like, what? This is awesome. What else is here?
Yeah.
yeah.
I felt like I needed to see everything, and now
Yeah.
I have.
It's really cool to see a lot of RPG booklets that I have only seen for sale as PDFs on like itch. And then
That's true,
see
yeah.
like, oh, cool, they got an indie publishing thing, and now they have a bunch of copies here.
I think I saw at least 3 indie RPG publishers there.
Mhm.
Yeah, there were several.
That's cool that that's part of the culture of making those small RPGs.
I hope they made some money.
For sure, yeah.
And then we also went by another game called Block and Key,
Oh, that was cool.
which was just super cool. Like, it was like you're playing against other people, building kind of like Tetris tiles.
yeah,
but, like,
they
you're
were like
playing-
3-dimensional. They were made of ceramics.
Yeah,
Mm.
clay. They were
Yes.
clay, yeah, which was super cool. And like, you're building like the 2D shape that you need with 3D cubes.
Yeah, and it was like a forced perspective. Like you had to look at it from your side to be able to.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to complete your tasks.
And what was cool is like, I was already like, this is interesting, and I would play it, but like the tower thing that it stands on unfolds and like becomes the box that the game
Yes.
sits in, and I was already like, that's even cooler.
Yeah.
So that was another cool one.
We also got to see Meg Oak, Professor Meg. Wait, is she Meg Oak because of Professor Oak? I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway,
Oh, that's good though.
We've never talked about Pokemon before.
but she was demoing Rove, which I think the designer, what is their company? Foreteller? The designer did that fan-made expansion sequel thing to Gloomhaven, and they're making a game with a kind of similar combat system
Using the same artist. But
with the same artist. I really liked the lore to some of the character
Yeah.
classes that they had, or races that they had.
There was one that was like a humanoid and like an insectoid that
Yeah.
were like symbiotic.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
another one where like nature was taking over, so
Right.
all these species in this world were kind of changing over time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely want to check out that soon. I respect the like very simple paper prototype they had on, and yeah, excited. Definitely gonna have that on the radar.
Yeah. The art was really, really pretty.
But yeah, very nice to meet Professor Meg. What else do we see? The expo, yeah, there's just
It's
so
huge.
much.
There was also like, I didn't go up to the booth because I was too shy, but like Together Studios, which published the Adventure Zone board game, which like Adventure Zone was like the first real actual play thing that like sent me down the rabbit hole. And I was like, oh my God, that's the Adventure Zone. And I was like, that's super cool. I'm just going to look at it from a distance.
Because you started getting into that stuff before you ever played, right? You were
I
watching-
had played a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, podcasts were like what really sent me over the edge.
Gotcha.
So I was like, wow, I've come full circle. This is wild.
Cool. And then the rest of the hall sink or swim, another Bezier. We need to try this one. This one seems really rowdy.
You were excited about that one.
Yeah. And they didn't have any copies when I got there the first day that I was there. I thought they sold out of everything, but I think they sold out for that day. So the next day I went to the expo hall early to make sure I could get a copy. I got Phantom Ink from Resident Games. It's a party game. Basically, you can ask a question to your clue giver, and then they write letters slowly answering the question, and you try to stop them as soon as you kind of get the gist of it.
I'm
while
gonna
the other team watches.
So we have another one that's probably in frame up there called Surrealist
Yes,
Dinner Party.
Surrealist
I'm gonna claim designer and owner of Resin Mary Flanagan for Houston. I don't know if she's a Houston native, but the last 2 cons I've been on, she's been on our flight back. So I know she at least teaches here, which is pretty awesome.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have given money to Resin twice now. They're awesome. I played this yesterday with Kaylin.
How was it?
Land versus Sea, which I think did not come out this year. I think it came out last year.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Land versus Sea.
Land
It's
versus
super
Sea.
cool. It's like a tile laying game. One person is the land, one person is the sea, and you make like islands or seas, like lakes, and you score when that happens. But pretty clever, kind of thinky, kind of mean. There was this one play yesterday where it's like, gotta do it. block her island, or sea from being formed. Cool game. The one I didn't bring is Soulforge Fusion, which is the Justin Gary, Richard Garfield collab game. I really like Shards of Infinity and Ascension, so yeah, have to check that out. I'm a little bummed they don't print the rules in the box, which is the same thing with Keyforge. I think they didn't have the rules, but they print these big like paper playmats, like foldable paper, and I'm like, I'm never going to use these. But I would love a little one sheet of the rules. That's my feedback. That's
fair, I think.
But I need to try that still.
The rest of my haul was pretty much centered around my 5-year-old.
Yeah, you got a cool catapult.
I pre-ordered the Bigfoot monster truck.
Oh, that's right.
Bigfoot Roll and Smash. My favorite thing about that is the dice are actually like little rubber tires that you roll.
Yeah.
He's pretty excited about that, but it's really hard for him to grasp like that there's still something coming. Like he got a little Bigfoot monster truck Hot Wheels car.
Oh.
He's like, but where's the rest? I'm like, well, we gotta wait. He's
Delayed
like, so
gratification.
it's coming in the mail? Yeah. Well, how? I'm like, well, it's coming in a box. Okay, well, will it fit in the mailbox? This is way too many questions.
Well, he just doesn't want it to get lost.
Yeah. But yeah, the other one I got, which is now his favorite game, like I did really well. It's called Catapult Feud. And I'm not going to remember the name of the publisher, but it was fun. It looked like it was a family that had kind of created this game for other families, but it's literal dexterity-based catapults, and you build up a castle, and you're trying to knock out all the opposing figurines.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have not played by the rules once yet, but we have shot a lot of cannonballs at each other.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which I think is all we're going to do. I don't think
Yeah.
we're ever going to get to the actual rules.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you're having fun, it's worth it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be card based, where you get, if your guy gets knocked over, you can put him back up or rebuild part of your castle. But yeah, so far, just shooting catapults at each other.
Fun.
Cool. And then Saturday night was a big get together again with lots of content creators, but also it was put on by the charity board gamer Chris. And then on the side there was the Spiel Foundation team. Finally got to meet Stephen Conway in person and his team. Super nice group. They were doing a mini Spiel-a-thon board game gauntlet thing, which I think they've done in the past, where they had set out a bunch of board games. A lot of them were dexterity games, but some puzzle games as well. And basically you like do an action in a board game, and once you complete that, you run to the next thing and do those in succession. So
It was very stressful.
yeah, so I was like helping out a little bit, resetting the games. On my side, there was like this thing set up for coconuts, which is one of my favorite dexterity games. Like you fling 2 coconuts into these cups, and you run to the next thing. What was the next thing?
It was the pancake.
Oh, you were like you need to do 3 pancake flips in Flapjack Flipper, I think is what that game's called. You had to do like a tangram, in Ubongo. You had to stack a little tower, and then you had to put these little pieces in on this like wobbly ship. I do not know. I do not know.
I've never seen it before.
I think the star of the gauntlet was on the other side, which was the sushi game.
Yeah.
But she like there's like 5 things of bamboo and then these little balls. And then you turn it
like
on and then
balls,
they float.
essentially.
Yeah.
They float and you have to pick them with the chopsticks.
Yeah.
Very,
People
very
were struggling.
fun. Yeah, super cute. Before I even started, people were already walking over to try it because it's just kind of had that wow factor of things floating. Yeah, and then the finals. I asked Steven what that game was in the finals because it had all this Korean on the front, and I was like, he said he doesn't know. He can't. He tried to add it to BGG and he couldn't find it. So he said, if you know anybody who might know, reach out. So yeah, I'll go do some research for that.
Interesting.
But I think that was the most fun I had at the con. Just meeting those folks and running around. People were having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Some people were being pretty competitive.
You were working. We were playing games.
Not too hard. It was very fun.
But that was really cool. We met a couple more people.
Yeah. We played Matryoshka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also won that, which was really exciting.
You won that. I liked that game. I had issues with the graphic design of that game.
Yeah.
But other than that, I liked it.
Gotcha.
And you guys were complaining that the colors were too similar, and I was like, I don't think they are.
Even she said when she dealt the cards, she's like, I tried to pick some that weren't similar.
Oh, you were showing me this is red, this is orange, and I'm like,
what was her name?
Teresa.
Teresa was playing around.
Yeah.
I wonder if
I was like, I don't know, I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
There were 2 of them that were very, very close. I could tell a difference, but then there were 2. I was like, man, these both just look like
red.
They were like both just orange.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was also looking at the design.
Yeah.
Of the
you could definitely tell. Yeah, it was just
Russian
like
nesting doll instead of the outlined color.
It was definitely easy to tell if you.
Yeah, we played with her. We played with Chowby. From. Oh, I don't remember. I just kept thinking. I was like, Chowby is such a good name. Like, it's such a good nickname. I know that we follow him.
Yes, we do.
I'll pick on Bezier a little bit too because they sold so many. But this game, I think the box is so cute, but we didn't love the colors on the inside that much. It was just like red, blue, yellow, green. And there was none of this beige orange that I really like. It was gold.
Oh.
So it kind of doesn't really match the box.
That's true.
I will say the design of the
cat is great.
The little circles that you guys kept laying out, like the science-y designs.
Oh yeah, the tokens were cute as well.
Colors again
they didn't match right. Yeah.
Yeah. But the design on them was cute.
I'll take it. I'll agree with you.
So yeah, I really want to play it again with the right rules. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be better.
I feel like we could do a whole podcast just complaining about board game designs.
Well,
I think you could do it.
Target on
just
our back. It's not like we have anything.
Just me, and then I would get Many Worlds canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, it was a fun game though. I don't have much negative to say about it.
Yeah.
We definitely played wrong, and I won. So.
Well, we'll get it. We'll get the rules right, and then we'll fix that.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else we should talk about? Con.
It was a good time.
Very good. I do think. I don't know. We still need to debrief as far as what we do next time or what. Maybe I think maybe 3 of us going with just a case was maybe too much. It was really fun, but I think maybe a booth might be in our future. Something like that to get more interaction with people.
It would be really cool. There were Keymaster ran out of the coffee that we gave them, which was really cool.
Awesome.
People were asking, coming up and asking specifically, hey, we heard you had coffee. And they were like, yeah, do you want to buy something?
yeah, that was the deal. Buy something
one of the Keymaster guys was like, yeah, I've been handing out 2 of the little packets to people. I mean, drink 1, give another to a friend, and tell them to come back.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's genius. You did a great job. But they did a really great job. Their booth was super cool. Honestly, I think it was probably one of my favorite booth designs.
It's good.
It sticks out for sure.
Yeah, the same design for a while now. But yeah.
I loved it. I was like, I see your vision. It's executed well. It's very cute.
For sure.
Yeah. Cool. So that's Gen Con. I don't know when the next con is for us, but we will definitely share where that is, and we'd love to meet some more community folks. It's cool that we could just post in the Discord and whoever's around can just come meet up. And we will definitely be doing some videos on the new games, at least overviews, but maybe some playthroughs in the future, maybe some Tea Time Adventures one-shots in the works. We'll see.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All
right.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. Episode 7 of the podcast. If you need some coffee for game night, you can find us at manyworldstavern.com. Follow us online, join the Discord to come say hi, talk about games and coffee. And that's it. See you at Gen Con next year.